Hi everyone, it's Daisy here. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a plotter. So for a lot of people, plotter is a relatively new notebook or journal that they are investing in. It is a really beautiful piece. And I know that a lot of our customers are getting their very first plotters and they may have never set up a plotter before. So in this video, I'm excited to show you how to set up your plotter for the first time. So these are some of the accessory refills that I would recommend for getting the most function out of your plotter and for keeping it around in your life for as long as possible and keeping it in beautiful condition. There are some accessories that Plotter makes available that just kind of helps with the maintenance and the upkeep of your plotter, help keeping it look the way it looks and work the way it works for as long as you have it. Hopefully this video does help you if you're starting out with your first plotter and you're kind of thinking about getting some ideas for how to get the most out of your plotter. Okay, so I have a couple of plotters here in front of me. These are not all the sizes we have, and these are certainly not all of the sizes that plotters come in. This is a mini and this is a Bible size. We also have an A5 size, and then if you are shopping for plotters in general, there are way more sizes than just this. So just keep that in mind. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a Bible size plotter. And this is a store sample, so I have this one with me with lots of scribbles in it from customers in store. But I'm going to take out these pages and I'm going to start from blank. So when you first get your plotter, there's obviously nothing in it, and this is kind of how it looks. Obviously not exactly how it looks because ours is a little more patinaed since it's been in the store, but this is basically what you get. It's a ring system binder, and today I'm going to be setting this one up for just a basic notebook that you might carry around with you. So a portable notebook that you might carry around with you for notes, for list making, for just anything like that. So a traveling notebook. And these are some of the refills that I'm going to be using today because I think that these are some of the most functional and very useful refills, accessories that will help you get the most out of your plotter. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the ring supporter. So this is kind of an interesting thing. The ring supporter is this little kind of flappy piece of leather that you slip over your rings of your plotter like this, and the holes of it allow you to just kind of fit it over your rings, and it kind of hugs them very compactly. So it might be kind of confusing what this does, but what this does is it actually protects the rings of your plotter from getting damaged. If you're bringing it about and this is really going to be your everyday carry notebook, this might really get kind of beat up, squished, and compacted in your backpack or in your handbag, however you carry around your notebook. So this ring supporter acts as protection for the rings. And then another thing it does is it also protects the cover of your plotter. So we all know plotters are quite an investment, and what happens over time, what you might want to prevent, it's an aesthetic thing, is that the rings will start to show through the cover of your notebook. So you'll start to see some sort of stains or some sort of dent marks from just the hard metal rings compressed against the leather cover of your notebook. And this ring supporter sort of hugs the rings, which pads them a little and prevents that from happening. So that's all that does. I wouldn't say it prevents it 100% either, but it just sort of gives it an extra layer of protection. I think over time, with use, leather softens, and this is kind of bound to happen no matter what with a plotter or any ring system. Okay, The next accessory that I think is super useful is the fastener case. This one works exactly the same way, actually, as the ring supporters. So to put it into your plotter, you are just going to press down and let it kind of hug the rings like that. And just like that, it is pretty much in your plotter. What this does is it gives you 2 pockets. So there's a pocket in the front. I love that they're clear pockets. There's a pocket in the back, you know, so you can put pieces of paper, you know, whatever. You can put useful stationery tools, your little cards, or whatever you carry around with you, you can put into your plotter and carry it around with you because of these fastener cases. Okay, next up, I'm going to be talking about the lifters. So there's a couple of choices. There's pen holder with lifter, there's band with lifter, and then there's just the lifter as well. So these are sort of like pencil boards. They're kind of like stiffer pieces of plastic that you can put into your plotter. And then obviously the pen holder has the added functionality of being able to hold a pen into your notebook, which is so useful in my opinion. And then there's also the added functionality of having this closure band, which helps you to keep your plotter closed at all times and protect the papers inside from getting damaged. So I think both of these are super, super useful. I'm gonna show you how it works with the band today. And just as a note, whenever you are opening the rings of your plotter, you want to use these 2 levers here to push down and open them, as opposed to prying the rings open. It just helps preserve the health of the rings. So I have those put in now. And to close, you can just close like that. And the way this works now is your closure band is accessible from the top of the notebook, which is a little different. And then you just kind of loop it around your plotter to keep your plotter closed. And like I said, to protect those papers inside your notes from getting damaged in your bag. And it's really easy, convenient to use if you're opening it or closing it. It's pretty quick. Okay. So next up, we need to obviously put paper into your plotter. So here I have the unlined memo pad, the plain Bible-sized memo pad from Plotter. And what I'm gonna do for today's video is I'm going to create sort of 3 sections in the plotter, just hypothetically speaking, if you wanted to keep 3 sections or however many sections, I'm gonna do 3 today. Maybe you wanna divide up, like 1 is for work notes, 1 is for personal notes, and 1 is for, I don't know, like ink swatching or something like that. Or like budgeting. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be using these Raymay Davinci accessories. So ring system binders are not just a plotter thing, they are a whole thing, and we can do a video on ring system sizes if you guys would like. But so Bible size is a standard size, so you can get more refills if you want to get more functionality out of your plotter. But I think that the ones that I'm choosing today are really, really useful. So the first one is the index tab one. So I'm gonna use, like I said, I'm doing 3 sections today. So I'm gonna take 3 of these little dividers and just show you guys, you know, an example of how you might want to set up your plotter. But obviously you can have 2 sections, 3 sections, you can have 1 section, however many you want. So there is that. And then I'm gonna put in the next section like this with the index, and then put some papers in. And the way that these memo pages come is they're glue bound. So they're meant to be ripped apart, and you're meant to however many sheets you want in a time in your plotter, up to about 70, I believe. You're not supposed to overload these little baby rings. So the max pages it will take is actually the number of pages in one that comes in one of these packs. And the whole idea is that you can add and go as you please, you know, because you're not dealing with a bound notebook here. You don't have to carry around that many pages at one time. You really can customize it to however many you need, and you don't have to weigh down your notebook. Okay, so there are the 3 index tabs, and now you can kind of open your plotter and you can kind of begin to say like, oh, I need to make a grocery list, so this is going to be in this section, or I need to, I don't know, I'm researching something for work and I can take notes in this section here. So that's what's nice about having index tabs, and Plotter doesn't really make these, so it's nice to be able to use the other brands that make standard Bible size refills and accessories like this. Another accessory that I think is really useful is going to be the bookmark. So there's a few options, and there's definitely more than just those at Davinci, but here's one. So what this is, well, it's a bookmark, but it allows you to sort of mark your page in where you are. So if you wanted to just open up and start taking notes, so it looks like, you know, this is the next page that you would be writing in, you can just pop this one into your rings. And obviously the bookmark is something that you're gonna be moving around a lot, because once you write on this page, you're gonna be moving it here and so on and so forth. So they make it so that you don't have to open the rings every time you wanna take it out. You can just pop it out. It's not a closed circle, there's a little opening here. So you just put it in by pressing, and that's pretty much it. So when you're ready to write in your plotter and your notebook, all you have to do is sort of flip to, it says today, or where the bookmark tab is, and you can start writing right there. And they also come in like this 4-pack, which is really useful, because say if you want like a bookmark for each section that you've sectioned off, you can totally do that as well. And this also works as a straight edge and a ruler, which is really, really handy. So yeah, there you go. That is an example of how you might set up a plotter for the first time. I will add that setting up a plotter, or like any notebook, setting up anything for the first time really depends on how you're gonna use it. But I think this is one example of how you might set it up, and the accessories that you might use to set up a plotter for the first time to get the most use out of it. Hopefully this video helped you understand a little bit more about how to keep your plotter rings safe from damage. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments. I think one of the most common questions that people wonder about plotter is, what is the actual experience of writing in a plotter? How comfortable is it with the rings? I think that depends a lot on if you're choosing a plotter for journaling, like long form journaling, in which case you probably want to go with the A5 size, which will allow you to write in the plotter more comfortably. If you are going with the mini size or the Bible size that I've shown here today, these are really best for is like quick notes or planning. You can definitely use it as a planner, making to-do lists and things like that. And if you do want to use this for longer form notes, you can definitely do that, but you might run into an issue where you find yourself having to remove each of the sheets for writing, because as you write on the left-hand side of the page, you're gonna find that your hand starts bumping into the rings, and it might be a little uncomfortable to write all the way to the edge of the paper. So that's just something that I've found, and I wanted to address that in this video. Let us know in the comments if you have any other questions about plotters, what you think about this setup, and if you use a plotter, do you have any other favorite accessory refills that you use with your plotter? That's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!